Hello and welcome. My name is Josie. If we haven't met before, it's been a while since I've podcasted. I feel like for a while I was keeping every other week, but I missed the middle of May. So I'm really excited to be here. This is a podcast all about my making, mostly knitting, but sometimes other crafts. Today I also have crochet. So yeah, I'm excited to be here. Let's jump right in with my biggest finished object, the Seaside Set by PetiteKnit. This is for my cousin. You hear the pants. This is for my cousin who is due in July. It's so cute. Yes, this took me just over a month to do. It is fingering weight yarn. I used recommended needle size. I used recommended fiber weight fingering. The yarn I used was Cascade Heritage in the navy and cream colorway. I bought 2 100-gram skeins of the navy and 1 of the cream. And I didn't even get into my second navy. I will show you how much navy I had left. This is how much cream I had left, and this is how much navy. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I bought extra, but now I just have another navy skein in my stash, which I love Cascade Heritage yarn, so. And I believe it was the Cascade Heritage sock yarn, so it's 75-25. I don't have a label, but it is 75-25. I did not swatch for this because it is for a baby garment, so I don't know if I'm on gauge. But it looks, I did the 4 to 6 month size, and it looks about 4 to 6 months, I think. The videos in the PetiteKnit pattern for how to handle striping and handle like the jogs in the stripes were so helpful. I really appreciated all her videos about striping. So here's what the inside of my stripes look like, of like carrying the yarn up. And then here is what they look like. So you can see there's like, my tension's not great, but they're like, especially like there's no step up. And that's just all because of the PetiteKnit videos showing me kind of what to do, because I did not know. This is my first time doing stripes, and it was so much fun. This yarn is just so soft. So soft. I love feeling it. So I hope the baby likes it too. So yeah, her videos were very helpful. I thought the pattern was written really, really well. It's not my first PetiteKnit pattern. Or is it? No, it's not my first PetiteKnit pattern. I have also done the Cumulus blouse. But yeah, I really appreciated all her videos. I will say the finishing videos, well, there just were none finishing videos. And her finishing instructions weren't helpful. I think if this would have been my first time doing buttons or doing elastic, I would have had no idea what to do. So that was a little bit lacking, especially coming from all the different videos, all the helpful videos that she gives about stripes. I was hoping to have more about finishing. But the only reason I knew what to do about the inserting in the elastic, yeah, right there, was because I've done an elastic waistband in a sewing project. That's the only reason, because she did not give any helpful information about finishing. So I used the same size buttons that she says to use in the pattern, 3 here, so it unbuttons, and these are just more decorative buttons on the waistband. I will say I wish I would have gotten black elastic, which I don't know if you can find, but like stretching it out, I guess you can't see it yet. I can see it in person when you stretch out. You can see, white elastic, but I wonder if you'll be able to see this. Okay, yeah, you can see that, white elastic. So note to self, if I do elastic again in the future, try and get, if it's a darker color, try to get a dark elastic, which I don't know. I don't think Joann's has that. I just bought my buttons and elastic at Joann's, but this was so much fun. I went on vacation a week ago, which is why there was no mid-month video. And this was my vacation project. We went to Florida, so it was pretty warm there, mid-80s all week, and very humid. So the wool was not super practical, but because it was such a tiny garment, I just really flew through the pants, and yeah, I'm so happy. So I'm gonna send this out to my cousin this week sometime with the rest of her baby shower gift. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. And let me see if there was anything else that I wanted to say. Okay, yes, there was two other things that I changed, or one other thing that I changed, one thing that I wish I would have done different. So the one thing that I changed was on the sleeve decreases. Instead of doing the more typical that I've seen, knit one, knit two together, knit to the end of the round, slip, slip, knit, knit one. She has you not do knit one at the beginning and the end, and just do knit two together, and then go all the way around to your last two stitches and do slip, slip, knit. Which I could not wrap my head around how that would allow you to continue to do jogless stripes, because to do the jogless stripes that she recommends, you have to pull from the row below that stitch and place it above, or place it on your current row. And so I was thinking, if I'm pulling from like a knit two together, I couldn't wrap my mind around how that would work. So I did it the typical way of knit one, knit two together, knit all the way around, slip, slip, knit, knit one, and it worked just fine. So yeah, that was the thing I changed, that I'm glad I changed. The thing that I wish I would have changed was on the sleeves. Yeah, I don't like how my ribbing appears there. I know that once you change color, you should do, if you don't want like to see the purl bumps in the different color, you should knit all the way around that one color, and that is what I did. Instead of going right into ribbing, I knit all the way around one round, and then I did the ribbing rounds. But you can still see that compared to, like, you know, this hem, which has a few white and then going on to the ribbing. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Both sleeves have it, but I still think it looks quite nice, and I couldn't be bothered to go back and do it, so I wasn't bothered by it that much. But again, filing away for next time to do maybe like two rounds or something. So yeah, it's so cute. I'm very happy with it. I'll go on to another finished object, which was this bag. Participation in the Dodgy Bag Mal. It's a pretty hefty size. I showed this size last week for comparison. So I was much happier with this size. Even just like the box bottom was a lot larger in this bag. This is what I had my Seaside Set project in, and it fit 2 skeins in a project wonderfully. So if I make more, I'm going to try and do them this size because they're so helpful, unless, you know, for a sock, but for 2 skeins it's really great. And then I also did some fun like progress keepers that I'll show you. I did a few for like each project that I'm working on. So this was a little matching set. So this one is just the typical like ring. Just the ring. So that marked my beginning of round. Yeah, it's so cute. And then this was the lobster claw. Although next time, if I do this again, I think I'll do bigger lobster claws, but yeah, they were so fun. And they were like, I loved the light blue. It felt very babyish, and she's having a boy, so that even felt really sweet. And it also felt beachy too. And I was going to the beach. I finished the project at the beach. So I'll show you a few more progress keepers on my other projects, but I think that's my only finished object. Yeah. I was talking about this. I did mess up pretty badly on this side, I think it was. Yeah, my seams don't match at all. But I was just very happy with it, with the size. And it was just I just made up my own size, so it felt really nice. Okay, let's talk about a whip. We'll do Twofer Tank first by Heidi Kermeyer. I've made quite a lot of progress. Here we go. This is the V-neck side, and this is the square neck side. This is where I was last time. So I, joined in the underarm and have done maybe 4 inches, and I think I have to do 10, although I did just join in my last ball of yarn. I'm using Rowan Creative Linen, 50% linen, 50% cotton, in the straw colorway, and I have a feeling I'll be doing yarn chicken. I just love to do yarn chicken, I think. I really don't. I don't like to do yarn chicken, but I don't like to spend money, and so I buy the absolute minimum. So this was another progress keeper I made. Pit stops. Just a cute little teardrop purple shape. So yeah, really enjoying it. This was a fun project to have because, especially in Florida, because it didn't make my hands sweaty at all. It wasn't sticky, it was just cotton and linen, very easy to work with in the warmer months. And here's the ball of yarn. So I just got into it. So we'll see how far I can get with 100 grams. But otherwise, not too much to say about that project. And then my other one is my shawl that I'm designing. This one I'm really happy with the progress made. And I didn't even work on it like every day. This is my 30 minutes a day project. And currently I've been knitting and praying, but I've really been enjoying the Dwell Bible app, and they have like different lessons and plans you can do, and some of them are like breath prayers, practicing breath prayers, and there's also a creative playlist and a morning playlist, and I've just been having such a good time knitting on this and then praying and listening to that Dwell audio Bible. But so here's the progress keeper I made for this project. Here we go. It's got colors, flowers, colors from this project. It's very sweet. Yeah, I did several inches, and I did not take this to Florida because I knew I couldn't bring all my projects, so I just brought the Seaside Set, and then I brought the Twofer Tank because it was cotton yarn, and then I brought another project I'll show you. But yeah, it's looking really well. Not too much to say about it, but I'll just keep trucking along, and I'm still absolutely loving it. The yarn was hand dyed by me. I have some videos about that, previous podcast episodes, and the yarn is Picks Fingering Stroll. And my last project is held in my first Dodgy Bag Mal project bag. It is a crochet project. I don't know, I have a viewer who told me about some of her favorite pot holders, or like dish towels, and I think it was dish towels, washcloths, things like that. And so I went into my stash yarn, and I have 2 stash balls of like leftovers of Lily Sugar and Cream cotton. And so I have this bright yellow, and I have this denim blue color, and I figured, I'm gonna use them. I don't love these colors. I like this blue color, but I don't love this for myself. This was a gift project, but it is so happy and bright. So I decided to make I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be a, what are they called? Dish towels. Like, I don't know if this will be a dish towel or if I'm, so yeah, there's the 2 top corners and now I'm decreasing. This is, I'll leave the link below. It's a free pattern. It is a corner to corner moss stitch washcloth or dish towel or dish rag. But I may, so I have plenty left. I don't think I'm gonna run out. What I may do is make 2 that are the same size and then sew them together and make a pot holder, like a double thick pot holder. I might do that. I have no idea what I'm doing. I am not a crocheter. I've done a few crochet projects, but I have messed up several times on this. I do love the pattern and love how it's not very holy. That's one thing about crochet that I don't love the look of, is all the holes. This one you can see through because I'm like holding it up, and then on the edge, of course, they're like holes when you increase and decrease. But yeah, and it's kind of wavy, so I know my tension's off. I know I have messed up several stitches and I just haven't gone back. I have forgotten to do some chain ones in between single crochets, so I know that it is not well made, or not I know that it is not well done according to pattern. But I'm having so much fun with it. This is what I brought to the beach and just crocheted when I had a few spare minutes at the beach, and I loved it. I loved it. And I'm enjoying crocheting with this yarn because I didn't enjoy knitting with it, but crocheting with it has been no problem. So yeah, it's been fun. I don't know yet what it's going to turn into, but I will keep you updated. And the hook I'm using, I'll tell you that too. I think I'm just doing it according to pattern, but I'm using just a hook that was passed down to me by my mom. H. Crochet hook size H. So. Okay, I think that's all my whips. Yeah. So now I'm excited to talk about plans. The only yarn festival I have ever been to is the Hoosier Hills Fiber Festival. I went last year and I did a little special episode about it, which was sweet. And that is coming up this weekend. If you watch this video the day it comes out, I will be going to it. And I'm so excited. I have made a list again of things I'm looking for. I'm looking for a just pretty and inspirational, slightly speckled, perhaps, sock yarn. Just one skein for a pair of socks that I want to design. I'm looking for a purple DK weight, some kind of merino, silk, cashmere, some kind of hank for the Turtle Dove scarf, I think it's called. Turtle Dove scarf by, I'm blanking on her name, but of course I'll write it. It's my first pattern by her, and I've been admiring, Nordland, and I've been admiring her work for a while, so I'm really excited to give that one a try. One of my good friends is moving away in the summer, in July, and probably moving to colder weather, and so I think a sweet scarf like this would be extra special. Her favorite color is purple, which is why I'm looking for purple, and I loved the meaning behind the Turtle Dove scarf. I've shown it before, but it's about friendship, and so yeah, I'm looking for one of those. I think I want to look for some circular, like fixed circular needles, small circumference, because I have the interchangeable Chowgu set, and the cord is just a little flimsy. I want to see if I like fixed ones. And I'm really excited to check out Red Hill Fiber, I think is what they're called. They opened up a store in French Lick, Indiana, which isn't too far from me, and it looks adorable, their storefront, so I'm excited to see them in person. But yeah, I'm really excited about the festival. I'm going by myself, so it'll be a nice mom break and get to go look at yarn and meet lovely people, so I'm really excited. And then for favorites of the month, I really only had two. My family trip to Florida was wonderful, although there was no yarn store anywhere close by. We went to Port St. Joe, Florida, in the Panhandle, and although we've been to the Panhandle before, we usually stay closer to Destin. This one was even further east than Panama City, and there was no yarn store around, which was so sad. But it had a small town feel. It was just a really pretty area. We really loved it. So that was a highlight of the month by far. We went with my family, and it was so much fun. And then while I was there, I got to read The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom. I came across her in a book called Tears and Tossings by Sarah Walton, and it's just a small little book about processing hard things with the hope of Jesus. And in that, she mentions Corrie ten Boom and how she was a part of like hiding Jewish people in her home in Holland. And I really admired what the author of Tears and Tossings, Sarah Walton, what she had to say about Corrie ten Boom. And so I went to the library and got her famous book, The Hiding Place, on ebook, and I read it, and it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. I don't know how I've ever not heard of her before, but her book and work was so inspiring. Her faith was so inspiring. I had to share it in case you had not heard of her either. Maybe I'm the only one, but I had to share it because her story touched my heart so much and encouraged me and just helped me see to press on and where the Lord has me now in motherhood, and that there are still so many areas to grow in my faith and in my love for the Lord. I don't know. It was so good. It was so good. So I wanted to share that with you in case you had never heard of her either. But that's it today. I feel like it was pretty short, but it was filled with fun things. I had a blast talking with you and catching up, and let me know what you're working on. If you happen to go to Hoosier Hills Fire Festival, maybe I'll see you there. But yeah, it was great talking with you. I look forward to connecting with you in the comments, and we'll talk soon. Bye.